Welcome to Starter Stories. This is where our journey begins.
Hey, how's it going, guys? This is Jesus. I am back, and we are about to bake a sourdough loaf. What I got here is I got a sourdough in this Banneton basket here. This has been proofing, I'd say about 16 hours, bulk fermentation for about 16 hours. I didn't get a chance to film the process, but here we are. But you will see what I do before I put it in the oven. I'm going to do some scoring, and then I'm going to pop it in the oven for about 7 minutes, bring it back out, and then make my final score line to allow that loaf to for the oven spring, okay, to spring up and rise, okay. Anyways, so we're gonna go ahead and get started, guys. I wanted to show you a little handy tool that I made. It seems to work, and you'll see how I use this when I do my scoring. All it is a very thin line of fishing string, because I'm a fisher and I have fishing string, and I'm a little bit on the innovative side. I didn't have, I think they call it baker's twine or something. I didn't have any, so I had to come up with something. So what I did was I just got a piece of fishing string and cut a straw, ran it through, tied knots on both ends, and it almost looks like a choke wire. All right, guys, don't ask me how I know that. I've never choked somebody, trust me. But it actually looks like a choke wire, right? Anyways, but this is what we're gonna use to make some markings on the actual loaf before we score. Okay, so what we're gonna do here, guys, is we are gonna just go ahead and get this loaf out of the Banneton basket, and we are going to, let's see here, put this on the center of the bread sling here. Make sure you clean your area. This is what I've been seeing on YouTube from other people that have had some success, more success than I do, right? Than I have. And they keep their area really clean, and you don't want all that flour being baked in the oven, okay? It's not a good thing. Anyways, so what we're gonna do here is we're just gonna take off all this excess flour that I put on here before I put it into the Banneton basket, just so we have a nice, clean, smooth loaf to work with, okay, guys? But as you see, I'm cleaning my area as I go, and just kind of pushing the flour to the side. Like I said in my last video, don't worry about making a mess here, okay? Because messes are gonna happen. But if you're like me, it kind of gets under your skin, and you want to clean behind yourself. But I've learned just accept it, enjoy the journey, and that's it. Anyways, so what we're gonna do here, we already cleaned that off. We're gonna come through here with just a light dusting, okay, over the top. Again, don't worry about making another mess, because we're gonna have to clean up as we go. That way we have a nice surface to work with. Anyways, and then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna come in here with my hand and kind of rub this thing down, okay, make sure that flour gets into the surface of this loaf here, of this dough ball, and you'll see why, guys. This makes a complete difference when you bake. The white color on the actual loaf when it's done is more prominent. I made some mistakes down in my journey where I just kind of sprinkled it on top and kind of left it, and then when you pull the dough out, the loaf out of the oven, it kind of gets really crackly. There's cracks all over the place. It really doesn't look good. Anyway, so I started doing that, rubbing the flour in there, and I've gotten better results. Okay, guys. All right. So now that that's done, guys, I'm gonna take my little choke wire here, and I'm just gonna make just some markings in the dough, just for my reference. So when I start to score, I have a reference line. Okay, guys. I'm a little bit on the artsy side. Most of my friends are all they watch a lot of football, a lot of sports, and I kind of feel like the oddball sometimes, because I'm more of an artist. When I was a young teenager, I actually painted a couple murals. Where is my score? My tour tool. Oh, that one worked. Anyways, when I was a teenager, I painted some murals, and I'm just now at 46 trying to get back into the art world. I kind of let it go for a long time, but you know, art's a part of me. So I think that's why I enjoy making sourdough so much, is because I have the ability to you know, practice, you know, my art skills and do something creative on the actual loaf. Anyway, so guys, we're gonna go through here and we're gonna start scoring. Okay, I'm gonna take those reference lines and I'm just gonna stick by those, and I'm just gonna start scoring, as you can see here. Okay, guys, and this is just use your imagination. You know, just be free in the art. Try not to let the artwork get the best of you, because a lot of times what we can do is because it doesn't come out to our liking, we kind of let it defeat us. Yes. But I've learned that if you're an artist, you know, just be free with it and just keep pushing forward. I think that's the main idea, is to keep pushing forward, and that's actually a good picture of life, guys. You know, when life gets hard and you know, you take your licks in life, but the ability to keep moving forward, dust yourself off and keep moving forward, that's how winning is done, right? You know, I remember that movie, Rocky, I think it's Rocky 5, where he's talking to his son and he talks about life having the ability to beat you down, but when the winning is done by the ability you have to get back up after life beats you, to keep fighting. So, you know, when you're here doing your sourdough and you make mistakes, I've just learned, don't let it defeat you. Just keep going and you will have some results. It'll pay off. It's the principle of reaping and sowing, right? I mean, or sowing and reaping, right? If you sow the time into this and the effort, you're gonna eventually reap the harvest of it, right, guys? And so that's what I've learned. And so here we are, right? Making sourdough. Who would have thought that I would be making sourdough? But here I am. Anyways, guys, we're almost done here with the scoring. Okay, make sure that when you do that scoring, that you do it really fast, really fast. Don't think about it too much. Just score it really fast, quick, with a snap of the wrist, and you'll be all good. Okay, guys? So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna go ahead and pop this thing in the oven for 7 minutes. And that's all we're gonna do is 7 minutes. And when that 7 minutes is up, we're gonna pull this thing back out of the Dutch oven, and then we're gonna make a score line right down the middle to help with the oven spring. Okay? I've noticed through trial and error that a shallow score line through the middle doesn't allow the actual loaf the oven spring to completely pop, okay? And we want to make this line, once we pull it out, make it deep enough, at least a ½ inch, so that bread will completely open up and you'll get a great oven spring on that, okay, guys? But check this out, guys. Look at this is what this looks like. This is it, okay, guys? This is it, all right? So we're gonna go ahead and open up this oven. I have my oven already preheated at 500 degrees. Okay, I'm going to take the lid off of this guy. Everything is very hot, but I have my oven at 500 degrees and I'll cook this thing for 7 minutes at 500 degrees. Pull it out, make my final score line, put it back in the oven for an additional 18 minutes at 500 degrees, and then once that complete 25 minutes is up, I'll take the lid off of the Dutch oven and cook it for an additional 20 minutes. Okay, guys? But we'll keep you guys posted here. Let me get this thing in the oven. Oh my God, guys, look at that. Look at that beauty. This is a beautiful piece of sourdough. Look at that. You can see the art. Let's see if I can, it's not too hot to hold up. Maybe it is a little hot still. It just came out of the oven. I don't even know where I got these things, but they work. They come in handy to handle the bread sling. But look at that, guys. Look at that. Oh my gosh, what a beauty. What a beauty. Look at that. Oh my gosh. This is exactly what I imagined here. Look at that. I want to thank you guys for tuning into my channel here and enjoying the journey with me. Like I always say, I'm here to make mistakes along with you, but not stay there. Let's move up and ahead, right, and get better at making some sourdough, guys. So I appreciate you guys tuning in, and we'll see you guys on the next one. Take care.